Alright, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Please invite your friends and share the link with whoever you have in your list. Today, our topic, as you see in the title, how Allah He say, me Allah. You know, when we ask the Muslims, who is the one who is speaking the Quran, they will say to us, Allah. Who is the one who is presenting himself in the Quran? They say Allah. And then a very simple question will come. If the one who is talking is Allah, how Allah He say, me Allah? Isn't it? This is really weird. I am a Christian prince and I say, me Christian prince. Let us say, you guys are waiting for me, and now I say, may Christian prince show up. But I am Christian prince. So how they say such a thing? I don't know who is calling me now. I mean, you guys don't call me. Don't call me. I mean, don't you see I just started and you start calling me? Don't call me. I will block you. Especially Christians. Why you are calling me? We did not say anything yet. I mean, we did not even say hello yet. Hold your horses, please. Let me exit Skype. It's a mistake, actually, to have a Skype open. My Skype is like a crazy machine. I answer one text, I get like 100 after 5 seconds. So when the Quran is made by Allah, and the one is talking is Allah, and the one is making decision is Allah, so how Allah He say, me Allah? This is the question for today, and let us see how that can function. If we go in the Quran and we search for the word asa in Arabic, which means maybe, we will find tons of verses in the Quran using the word asa. Actually, it's a very popular verse, I mean a word, asa. I will give you an example. Chapter 66, verse number 5. Allah speaking, saying, it may be, you see here they say translation, it may happen. It doesn't say that actually. It says maybe that his Lord will divorce you. Who is the one who's talking here? It is Allah. And Allah is saying, it may be Allah, He will divorce you. Or let us say, it may be Allah, if He divorce you, which means Muhammad, He will replace you and exchange you with better women. Now, here you notice that if Allah is God, and the Muslim, they say to us, Allah, He knew the future. Then how Allah He says, it's maybe if He divorce you. Don't you know if they're going to divorce him or not? What do you mean no screen? No screen? Cannot be true. On my side the screen is working. No, I don't know what happened. Hold on. Something not right. Interesting. All right. What about now? Is it working now? Yeah, you see my cam, but you cannot see me because simply there's no cam there. Anyway, so it may happen that your Lord, if He divorce you, He will give them and He replaced them with better wives. Now, if Allah He knew the future, He knew if He will divorce them or not anyway. So what do you mean if He divorce you? It may be. Why Allah don't confirm what He will do? Because simply this verse made by Muhammad. copied by Umar ibn al-Khattab. Umar ibn al-Khattab, he said exactly the same sentence. He said, it may be that his Lord, if he divorce you, he will give you instead better wives. Muhammad, he liked what Umar ibn al-Khattab, he said, he took it and he put it in the Quran. How we can prove that? We can go right now and show you from Islamic reference. It may be. Umar ibn al-Khattab, he said that his Lord agreed with him. There's many hadith actually. Some agree with him in 3, some it says agree with him with 5, some agree with him 7, some agree with 10. I mean, you name it. Read really carefully. Omar said, I agreed with Allah in 3 things. Or said, my Lord agreed with me in 3 things. I said, O Allah, Apostle, would you took the station of Abraham a place for a prayer? Right away, Muhammad, he took exactly what Umar he said, and he put it in the Quran. He claimed Allah, he told him that. I also said, O Allah, Apostle, good and bad visit in your house. Would you order the mother of the believers to cover themselves with the veil? So Allah, he sent the verses of hijab, exactly as Umar, he said. Umar, he said something, Muhammad, he take it, he claimed Allah said it. And then he said, I came to know that the Prophet had blamed some of his wives, so I entered upon them, and I said, you should either stop troubling the Prophet, or else Allah will give his apostle better wives than you. Then, when I came to one of his wives, she said to me, O Umar, does Allah apostle haven't what you have you called advice his wives with? That you try to advise them? Thereupon Allah revealed, it may be if he divorce you all, his Lord will give him instead of you wives better than you. Actually, in different hadith it says, and the verse came the same as I said. The verses came down as I said. Here we go. Do you see it? So the verse came the same as I had said was revealed. Do you see it, guys? Here we notice right away that Muhammad is nothing but a false prophet. His friend, he says something, he like it, he take it and he make it Quran. Not only he take it word by word. The same as I had said. If you go in the beginning of the report of Omar saying, my Lord agreed with me in 3 things. Hold on. Allah agreed with Omar? Allah agreed with Omar. I mean, this is the most funny, stupid thing ever I heard. You see, Allah did not agree with Muhammad. Allah agreed with Omar. Okay, who's Omar? How God, he agree with Omar? Omar is not the prophet. Omar just a friend of the prophet. Umar, he says something. Umar is the one who decide women, Muslim women, they should wear hijab. Allah agree with him. Umar is the one who decide that the Kaaba should be a prayer station for the Muslims. Allah agree with him. Umar is the one who said that if you don't behave the wives of Muhammad, Allah will divorce you. And he said it clearly, the same as we said before. May Allah, you see here, it says, may his Lord, if you change the translation, just change the translation, just to show you how they fabricate in the translation. This is Yusuf Ali here now. Okay. It may be, if he divorce you all, that Allah will give him in exchange better women than you. This is exactly what Umar said. And that confirmed that the Quran is nothing but false for two reasons. Here you notice that Umar, he said it may be because it's simply a wish made by him. Do you agree? It's clear, right? The hadith confirmed that. Even the hadith says, so the verses came as I said. Not only came as I had said. Exactly. So look at the thief Muhammad. Umar, he did give a warning to the wives of Muhammad. He said a sentence, Muhammad, he liked it, he took it, he made it Quran, but he forgot to exchange the words. So the word became exactly as Umar he said, and that made the Quran not only exposed to be false, but funny. Because what do you mean? You say, it may be. That was the wish of Umar. It cannot be the wish of God. God, he don't need to say it may be. He knew if you are going to divorce him or not. He knew if they are going to behave or not. The whole verse is not valid. There's no point of it. Do Allah knew that those women, they will behave later or not? Did this women behave because of this verse? But Umar is the one who said this verse first. And if the women, they behave because of this verse, so what the point of saying it maybe he would divorce you? What about saying he will not divorce you because you will behave? So here we notice it may be that Allah will give him in exchange, exposing that this is nothing but a statement of different men who wish, and he is making a threat that if you don't behave, Allah will replace you with better women. Are we following? Now we go to different verses. The Quran is full of verses speaking about maybe. Maybe Allah will make between you and those who you used to be enemy, some relationship. Maybe. It may be. I mean, who is talking? Allah talking. So how Allah is not sure what will happen? Because simply this verse, he don't know the future. He is a guy just making Quran. He do not know what will happen tomorrow. And he has given an opinion that maybe is going to be fixed between us. Maybe. Allah, he said, establish the worship from and some part of the night, so it may be that the Lord will raise thee to a praise state. Maybe. Why it's maybe? You see, if he is doing that, you don't say maybe. It's a must, because maybe it is, when we say maybe, what does that mean? Is we are not sure. When somebody says maybe, it's possible yes, it's possible not. So if he do what you are asking for, why it's going to be maybe? If Allah is saying to Muhammad, do this and that, why still you are saying maybe? So what's the point of saying to him, do this and that, if it's still maybe anyway? What happened here, that Muhammad always, he forget to switch when he fabricate Quran, and he don't speak He should speak as Allah speaking, but he speak as it's him speaking. So he say it's maybe. This is Muhammad wish. It cannot be Allah talking. If you look at what Jesus he says, Jesus he is very sure from what he say. Not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of my Father, but the one who do his will. Not maybe. Right? I say to you, your sin is forgiven. Not maybe. I say to you, carry your bed and walk. Not maybe. God he say, and whatever he say is going to happen. Here we see that the God of Islam, because he is not sure, he focus in maybe, because what if I say something and it did not happen? So Muhammad he learned his lesson, because Muhammad before he said things and they never happened. So now he learned his lesson not to say for sure is going to happen. As an example, if you remember, Muhammad he said in the chapter of Al-Anfal, chapter 8:65 and chapter 8:66. He said to them that 20 of you can fight 200. Then the Muslims, they went to war and they lost. When they came back, Muhammad, he want to fix it. He learned his lesson because he promised them that 20 can win against 200, which means 1 to 10. As you see, 20 can win against 200, or 100 can win against 1,000. So 1 to 10. Right away, the verse after it, Muhammad, he fixed it. He learned his lesson that he was exaggerating with his lies. Now has Allah lightened your burden, for he knew that there is a weakness in you. Now, hold on. You do not know the weakness in them before here? What does that mean? Allah correcting himself? You know what I mean, guys? What does that mean? Allah is correcting himself? You know, the God of Israel, when he promised Israel victory, that's it, victory. Even the sun froze by its place. For God, he made his command, which means time stop. If God is with me, who could be against me? What 20 and what 100? This is not about numbers. If God is on your side, here we are talking about a fight, supposedly one fighting and beside them there's God, and one they are fighting and beside them, you know, the false God. This is a fight about religion, not a fight between two countries over some gold and silver, supposedly. So if Allah is saying 100 can fight 1,000, then this is not about the burden of them, because you are the one who promised the victory. They would have victory. But because this is not from God, Muhammad, he found that he is exaggerating with his lies. There's no way one person can fight 10. This is only we can see in you know, American movies. When a guy, he fly and he beat everybody and his gun never get empty, and he shoot everybody, and if suddenly he get injured in the arm only, and then he jump in a car and there's a blonde girl next to him. Here we notice that because Muhammad is fabricating Quran and he is not sure what the outcome, he changed and he update his Quran base by base. Today is not the same as tomorrow. He tried things. It's like if somebody is trying to try things in the laboratory. It doesn't work. It doesn't function. We update it. We replace it. This is why we see in different verses in the Quran where it says, in chapter 2, verse 106, nothing of our revelation do we abrogate or cause to be forgotten, but we bring in place one better or like for. Hold on. Muslims are used more to Yusuf Ali translation. Let us try it too. Here you will notice again how Muhammad, the false prophet, he is fabricating verses saying that Allah is saying that, but this is impossible. How many mistakes we notice in this verse? People. How many mistakes we notice here immediately? Let us see how many of you are thinking with me. Who noticed? Right away there's immediately, I mean, this is the most stupid verse ever in the Quran. Actually, no, this is more stupid than this one, to be honest with you. The one that says you can eat in your home. Look with me. None of our revelation do we abrogate. First of all, why you abrogate revelation for the same prophet? I mean, we did not pass like 100 years or 300 years. I mean, you give me a verse yesterday and now you want to abrogate the verse. That a very clear example of a fake person, right? You see, abrogation, if if we can accept abrogation to be true, like, you know, a human being go forward and life change and etc. So there's changes, but this is the same guy, the same time. It's always all his messages was about 20 years. So what do you mean abrogation? We are not talking about like we have a during Noah and then during Moses and then during why we need abrogation for the same prophet same time? That doesn't make sense. Same time, look at the abrogation. What is the abrogation in Islam? It says cause to be forgotten. Why Allah caused the verses to be forgotten? I mean, this is the most silly statement ever, because if Allah want to abrogate something, do he need to cause it to be forgotten? So what you say to me in the morning you should drink milk, afternoon you make me forget it, and you abrogate it, says eat yogurt, and now I cannot remember drink milk no more? And isn't it this is against what the Muslims they say to us, that the Quran preserved in the heart? If Allah himself is causing you to forget the Quran. Same time, look at the excuse why he wants you to forget the Quran. Why? Let us see the wisdom. But we substitute something better. Hold on. I mean, how in the word God he says I'm going to give you Quran better than my Quran? What do you mean better? Allah will make Quran better than his Quran? Don't you find that very silly, Muslims? If Allah want to make Quran better than the Quran, what does that mean? Allah, he went to school and his English is better now? Like Christian Prince, 15 years ago, his English was a lot more worse than now. Still, it's very ugly until now. But look like Allah is having the same thing. What do you mean you are going to give us better Quran? And to make it more silly or more stupid or similar. Hold on. So you want me to forget the Quran, to give me Quran which is similar? I mean, no comment. It's like, you know, somebody, he have a house, and I come to your house, and I say, I'm going to burn your house because I'm going to give you a similar house. I mean, how silly, how stupid is that? You see, first he said better, and then he said similar. Because he's not sure. Maybe people will like it, maybe they will not like it. Maybe it's better, maybe it's not. He's not sure from the quality of the verse he will give. So Muhammad here, again, is exposing himself as a false man, claiming that God is speaking. And why Muhammad, he made this statement? Because simply is he is trying to tell you, like, I'm giving you an excuse. The reason is, or the reason why I am forgetting Quran, because Allah caused me to forget the Quran. Muhammad, he cannot recite the verse twice the same time. Muhammad, he says something in the morning, he cannot recite the same thing twice again at night. And then Muhammad, he come with a new lie, saying that Allah, he sent him the Quran in 7 letters. In what? 7 letters. Have you ever heard of a prophet doing bazaar, negotiating with his God? His God, he sent him one Quran. Muhammad, he says, hello, hello, hello. I ask from Allah for burden and forgiveness. My people are not capable of doing it. Like, hold on. Have you ever heard of a prophet? He is correcting his God. His God, he says, I send you the Quran in one dialect. One dialect, which means one way of recitation. You know, changing the word location. You know, this is why Muhammad, he cannot repeat the same verse twice. So Muhammad, he have to come with an excuse. Why? I'm not a false prophet. So why you cannot repeat the same verse twice? In the front of those people, you said it this way. In the front of the other people, you said different way. So why they are different? Muhammad, he have to come with an excuse. So look at the excuse. Jibreel, the pizza guy, which is nobody saw, Allah, he said to Muhammad, Allah has commanded you to recite to your people the Quran in one dialect. Upon this, he said, which means Muhammad, I ask Allah burden and forgiveness. My people are not capable of doing it. Okay, hold on. Have you ever heard of a human being saying to his God, this is not right. One Quran is not enough. And guess what? Muhammad was right. Allah, he agreed with him. The same he agreed with Umar before. So then Jibreel, he come in the second time and he said, Allah has commanded you to recite the Quran in 2 dialect. Now Muhammad should be happy. No, not enough, because Muhammad, he made too much poo-poo. 2 dialect is not enough. You see how Muhammad, he fabricated the story? And then upon this, the Holy Prophet again said, I seek burden and forgiveness from Allah. My people would not be able to do so. So Allah is slow. He cannot understand that Muhammad trying to say to him, stop doing that. My people are very silly and they are fool. They cannot do that. So Jibreel, he went back and he came back for the 3rd time and he said to him, Allah has commanded you to recite the Quran to your people in 3 dialect. Upon this, Muhammad said, I seek burden and forgiveness from Allah. My people would not be able to do so. This is the 3rd time. So the story continue until its 7th time. And then Muhammad, he said, thank you, Allah, that's good. Have you ever heard of, what Moses did with God? How dare you even to say to God, if he is God and you are just a prophet? If a prophet, he obey God, whatever he say. How Muhammad, he assumed that his God is a stupid and he need to be corrected, and this is not right. 1 Quran is not enough. 2 Quran is not enough. And the stupid Allah, he keeps sending the angel again and again, and then Muhammad at the end, he agree with the 7. Obviously, this is a pure lie, and Muhammad, he is not, nothing but a scam. What 7 Quran? So how, if in here, guys, there is a very simple question. Muhammad, he is speaking about his people. His people is who? The Arab. The Arab. Okay, if we are the Arab who speak Arabic, we cannot understand the Quran and we cannot do it in one Quran. How a guy from Pakistan or Zakir Naik will understand the Quran? Brother Sitta, according to the Prophet, he said that Allah, he sent the Quran in 7 dialect. And the reason for that, because we cannot understand it. Brother Zakir Naik, do you understand the first dialect? Absolutely not. I don't speak Arabic. I never learned Arabic. But I can say few Arabic words. As an example, you are Zahil. So 7 dialect to make the Arab qualified to know the Quran, but yet a Pakistani guy today, and by the way, what is the 7 dialect? What is the 7 Quran? How come 7 Quran was required in the time of Muhammad? Now we do not need 7 Quran no more? The Muslims, they, you know, those Muslims around the world, they knew 2 Arabic words. Assalamu alaikum, brother. You know, you remember once I was in the Philippines? I was in the elevator speaking in the phone. I was speaking Arabic, and there's Abdul in the elevator. He heard me speaking Arabic, but you know, when we went up, we lost connection, so I hang up, you know. And then he said, Assalamu alaikum, because he thought I am a Muslim because I'm speaking Arabic, right? So I said, Alaikum assalam, Abdul. He said, MashaAllah, you know my name. His eyes open like a frog, you know. MashaAllah, you know my name. I was saying to myself, look at this fool. He think I know his name. He did not know I called him all Abdul. So, MashaAllah, you know my name. I said, no, I do not know your name. But aren't you Abdul anyway? He said, yes, my name is Abdul. That's why I'm surprised you know my name. Anyway, so here you notice the stupidity of a cult leader, founder, how he fabricates lies. I mean, here there is a disrespect to God. If God is almighty, if God is all-knowing, does God, he keeps saying it, maybe? Does God, he agree with Umar ibn al-Khattab in 3 major things in Islam? Actually, in some hadith it says 10. The hijab is from Umar. The Kaaba as a prayer station is from Umar. And the divorce of the wives of Muhammad is from Umar. And then we find Muhammad filling the Quran with words where it says, maybe, it may Allah forgive you. So always, you know, put into your consideration the logic which the Muslims, they use with us. The Muslims, they say to you, how Jesus can be God, but yet you do not know the judgment day. But if you go and read the verses carefully, you will see that Jesus did not say that he did not know. But it's about the nature of the judgment day, how Christians, how the world will be judged in judgment day. You see, Christianity is not based on a predestination, which means the Messiah, he said, the faster we corrupt this earth, the faster judgment day will come. It's not a preset. It is in our hand. And it's not for a man to know. For he will come the same as a thief, he will come in the middle of the night. So why he want to tell you? And as we said, it's going to be in your hand. But here we notice that Allah, in every statement, he do not know what he is saying, and he is not sure of what he is saying, including how many Quran to send down. And it was Muhammad, who is a human being, he is the one who decides for Allah that 7 Quran is okay. But yet Allah was very naive. He wanted to send only 1 Quran. Actually, if you want to go from the first verses in the Quran, the first chapter in the Quran, let us take a look. If Allah is the one is talking, how Allah is saying in the name of Allah? Anyone wanna work in translation, please text me in Skype and we will talk there. All right? Text me in Skype. Thank you. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful. Either we say that here this is a prayer, and is not Allah saying that. Allah, he should say, start this chapter here, should say, pray like this, pray like that. All right? But do you see anywhere it says pray like that? I don't see it. To make this verse or this chapter accurate, pray like this. The same as Jesus, he said, when they asked him how to pray, he said, pray like this, our Father out of heaven. But here we don't say pray like this. Suddenly we see a guy saying that Allah said to him in the name of Allah. And then praise be to Allah. Allah saying in the name of Allah, praise be to Allah. And already you said the praise be to Allah, so why you are repeating that again? And already you said the most beneficent, the most merciful, why you are repeating that again? God don't speak as a foolish man who repeat the same words twice, 3 times. You just said that. And then Allah, he says, Alhamdulillah. By the way, Alhamdulillah is not really praise for Allah. It says, thanks to Allah. Allah saying thanks to Allah. And then Allah, he says, show us the straight way. Obviously, this is a prayer made by Muhammad, but always he forget to switch to the third person. He forgot to add introduction. That Allah, he said to him, let us say, pray like that. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. The same as the verses you remember about eating in your home. Which chapter, who remember? Which chapter in the Quran it says eat in your home? Anyone remember? What chapter, what verse? It says you can eat in your home. 24:61. This verse is nothing but a silly man. His name is Muhammad, trying to make to speak wisdom. And when he speak wisdom, he got nothing but diarrhea. Look at this madness. No blame is there upon the blind, nor any blame upon the lame, nor any blame upon the sick, nor on yourself if you eat in your houses. I mean, this Allah, he squeezed his bum like 100 times before he come with this. I wonder how long Allah he was thinking about making this verse. So no blame if you are a blind man to eat in your house. I mean, are you sure? So where the blind man usually used to eat before Islam? Like the blind man, he used to feel guilty when he eat in his house. It was a sin before Islam. If you are sick, no blame upon you if you eat in your house. Where the sick they eat. And then to make it more poo-poo, no blame if you are a lame, if you are a person who don't walk right, you know, you have problem with your feet or your legs, or you are disabled, no blame if you eat in your house. What's wrong with you? I mean, what do you mean no blame to eat in your house? And then The stupidity continues, says, or in the house of your father. Well, thank you very much. I thought I cannot eat in the house of my father. If I cannot, I need God to tell me I can eat in my house and I can eat in the house of my father. I need God to tell me I can eat the house of my mother. Because before Islam, nobody know that. I need God to tell me, or the house of your brothers, or the house of your sisters. And to make it more stupid, or the houses of your brother father, or the houses of your brother sisters, or the houses of your mother brothers. Actually, we need more details. Come on. Allah, He will not leave any conditions. So your brother is okay, your mother is okay, your father is okay, your father brother is okay, your mother brother is okay. What is that? Are we going to keep going and like, oh, your cousin is okay? And then, and the houses of your mother sister, or from any house you have the whole keys of it. Okay, so if somebody is a waiter or a person, he work in a hotel and he have the key for the hotel, he can eat the food in the refrigerator. Or if somebody, a friend, he gave a key to his house to a friend, he still can have, he can don't post your link, your email, my friend, in a chat. Don't do that. That's not a good thing. Nobody here should post his email. Don't do that, please. There's a lot of bad people now. They will text you, they will email you, and they will say to you, I'm a Christian Prince. Don't be smart. Or from the house of a friend. And then Allah, He make the biggest poo-poo. And no sin. No sin shall it be for you, whether you eat together or apart. I was feeling so guilty for eating alone all those years. And I was saying to myself, am I doing sin now? Am I doing sin? Or eating together or apart. We need it truly. We need God to tell us, it's no sin to eat alone. So, as you see, this cannot be from God. This is the most silly, stupid. What is that? And then the verse after that, like you have to ask the prophet for permission. The verse before it, and the verse before it, and the verse before it. It's a connection of a silly, stupid rules, and they mean nothing. Yet, but this is your God. So when somebody he come to me and he says, I have God and his name is Allah, well, at least you bring me a God, he can be considered like a person who have little intelligence. What I see in the Quran, like not only the earth is flat and the sun set in murky water and the baby coming from the backbone, their sperm, and the women, she have a sperm coming from their ribs, and he found where the sun set and he found the place where the sun rise, and all the crazy, stupid stories. In the top of that, even the structures of the Quran is silly and stupid. So always we need to be careful. Always we need to be careful. Otherwise, anyone can fool us and he can claim that he is a prophet of God.